Hello and welcome to episode 8 of our continually evolving train wreck. As I mentioned before, we started several projects throughout the summer, some of which we have yet to finish. I planned to save those videos until the projects were done so I could publish the specific project from start to finish. So if you've watched other episodes, you know Ourper Diem was in the shop for several weeks getting bottom paint. Some of these projects were started during those few weeks, and now that we've had the boat back and a lot more has happened since then, the videos for each project will be out of sequence, and some of the things we say during the videos just won't make sense. So we've put them together for this episode. Today's video is about designing our logo for the naming of our boat, apparel that we made with our logo, our GPS/depth finder/transducer installation, the making of a new table for the inside of our cabin, and our selection of a boat cover for the whole pop top/cabin area so that we can keep moisture out, and also to protect the newly oiled wood from the sun. Enjoy. We named our boat Ourper Diem. I think we spoke about the name on one of our first episodes, but for those of you just joining us now, it is a play on words for the per diem that we make from our job, being the biggest factor in our being able to purchase this boat. No, we didn't starve ourselves, we just saved as much of our per diem as we could. And it's also a play on words for the term carpe diem, or seize the day. We are now both 50. Well, okay, Donovan is. I still have a few months to go before that dreaded number punches me in the face. And so anyway, we're trying to not only seize the day, but to start seizing retirement, or at the very least, practice for it. Once we settled on our name, we asked my niece, Graciela, who is a student at SCAD in Savannah, to design a logo for us for the vinyl sticker we were planning to put on our boat with our name. Once we saw her ideas and selected our favorite, I admit I went a bit nuts. I found this great website called Zazzle and ordered us a few custom t-shirts with our logo and even got some magnets and stickers and koozies. Anyway, so then I found a local company that makes vinyl signs and asked him to make one for our boat. I misunderstood how the stickers are measured, so he's in the process of reprinting them now into a larger size. For those of you wanting a 7-inch letter, you don't order them by the size of the letter, you order them by the size of the sticker. So we got a 7-inch sticker, but that meant that the letters were only about 5 inches to fit in that space. So not a huge deal, I guess, though we could have avoided all that back and forth and already had our name stuck on our boat about 4 weeks ago. But we won't get to name her for another week or two until the new stickers are printed, and it is not the end of the world.
We got Zoe this really cute small life jacket from Amazon. I know I prefer to shop local, but they didn't have what we were looking for in the price range that we were looking for, and Amazon did. It's so cute. This is a size small, and it fits her almost a little too big, but I mean, it's got all the straps and the Velcros, so by the time you're done with it, it's nice and snug.
Our per diem t-shirt for women. I believe this one is going to Mexico. Another women's. Come here, Zoe. Another women's in dark gray, or whatever that's called. And then we have this women's with the huge logo in the back. And I believe this is a women's too. Did I shop for my husband? I think I did. This is a men's. I'll show him in a second. And this is a women's. We're never going to retire if we keep making shirts.
Oh yeah, I like those. Yep.
This one's for you, and I got it in a medium since the other one was a little snug. I believe this one. That was a fun little shopping spree, but I think we can now move on to our different topic, making of the table for our cabin. The table that came with our boat is the original table, and it was delaminating and looking not that great, so we decided to start fresh and make a whole new one. To be our table. Our new table, since the one that came with the boat is delaminating, and we're gonna put a navigation map on it. We're trying to figure out which one to use. We've got two different ones that we've gotten. Who am I talking to?
Yeah.
My camera? Hello!
Hey! He's going to be a yacht carpenter and repair guy. So when y'all go sailing around the world, then he'll have a job at every port.
That's exactly what I'm counting on. He's gonna be my sugar daddy.
He tells me you keep his wallet already.
He got something about the sciatic nerve, and he's like, "You wear a wallet?" I said, "No, my wife has that."
Somebody wants to say hi. Go say hi.
Hey, Zoe! Hey, good to meet you. Yeah, I see you, I see you, I see you, I see you.
And it's two sides, and I'm like, crap. I placed those maps.
Yeah, well, you're going to be at Skull. Well, you can't turn it over because you got those cleats
Right,
on.
so I got some epoxy for it. And now I'm just trying to make a form so I can. I'd rather this epoxy go over it.
Right.
And then this is going to hopefully hold it in. I'm trying to get it, so I'm kind of getting there. But that's what this is the silicone stuff that they sent us for the.
Right, well, I'm sure that's the right stuff.
That's what they sent.
They never sent me anything when I got a new port.
And then this other stuff.
Silicone weatherproofing sealant. Mastic silicone.
Whoa.
That came with the boat, and this is actually the one that we would prefer putting on the table. The problem is that it's really wrinkled, and if we put it on the table even with the epoxy on top, you're going to be able to see all these blemishes. So we ordered this one, and we just got it today from FedEx, and it's beautiful. No damage, no wrinkles, but it is ginormous. And if we cut it to fit the table, well, we want to keep it all. We don't want to have to cut any of it. That's the problem. So this is Hilton Head right here. And the May River, this is the Calibogie Sound, where we're going to be doing the majority of our sailing. This is Brighton Beach, this is Bluffton, South Carolina. Our house is somewhere over here, and so we will be doing all of this sailing right here. The marina that we found, here's the bridge. The marina that we found is right around here somewhere. Skull Creek, right there, where we're gonna be mooring our sailboat. And then Port Royal Sound and Beaufort up there where we spend a lot of time. We love going to Beaufort and looking around. That whole area is where they filmed so many movies about Forrest Gump, Prince of Tide, and I can't remember I know the third one, I just can't remember the name of it right now. But anyway, and then Paris Island Marine Base, also pretty famous. Okay, Facebook group, Donovan is making a new table for us, and he's putting this little white edge here, and when we take the table down and put it down to make a bed, we want to make sure that it's going to fit into that hole. So if anybody has a 1981 or similar Catalina and you have it handy, can you give us some measurements? We want to make sure that this is going to fit into the hole. What does that say, 30 and?
That's 36 on one end. I want this measurement on the outside.
So you want from here to here.
Right. Okay.
What do you have right now?
I now have 24 and a quarter.
24 and a quarter. We want to make sure that it's going to fit into that opening when we turn it into a bed.
Drop the table down into the opening.
When we drop the table down into the opening, we want to know if any of you guys are close to your boat and can help us out. Thank you. We bought this navigation map online, and we put the wood table, the new table that we're making, on top of the map, and you can see the pencil line that we traced. So now we're gonna cut it and then glue it onto the table, and then put a couple of layers of epoxy. The table is crooked, which is why this ruler is completely crooked. It's a goodie to cut. Beautiful map, but it's going to make a really nice table. Poor Beaufort, one of my favorite cities in South Carolina. Beaufort's not going to make the map so that we can make Hilton Head and Bluffton on the map, since that's really where we live.
Okay, let's come do this one real quick.
paper will be fun.
I'm not going to cut that. I'm going to cut that with scissors. I was just trying to get it so I can take it off there.
The finished product on the table. So you're going to glue it on.
Yep.
And then put the epoxy. And then put the white strip around it.
Still, if I'm going to do the white strip, I've got to see what the measurements are. If it's not, it's going to be just like that.
Which is also fine. Very nice. So Donovan's testing a piece of the paper on wood to see how it reacts to glue before we do it on the real thing. And I'm glad he did because the glue seems to be bleeding through right there. This is not a waterproof map that I bought. It's called water resistant. So we're gonna wait and see when it dries if these spots are still there or if they dry up and it still will look good.
We're going to watch another video on it.
Do we have this drawer thing
No,
here?
that's, you just got an arm. You got a thing on it. So
Oh, what?
on
Oh, how to make a drawer?
See, there's the table that we have, the fold down thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can put your thing. See, if we could zoom on that, that may help me and see if how much room we have in between there. I'm trying to, because I'm thinking that I may not be able to put that blue stuff, that white stuff on there. Can you make it bigger or zoom out?
No, I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, well, that's about as much as it seems.
I mean, if I've got 24 and a half, it's great. That'd be perfect, you know?
We were looking for an apparatus which would have GPS and a depth finder. Donovan got lucky and found a floor model at West Marine called Lowrance hook, and it came with a transducer, and I believe he paid just over $100. I'm providing links to what I found on Amazon, and I guess we definitely got lucky on the price based on what I saw. I'm also going to put a link below to the Navionics website, which has some really helpful information. So Donovan has the Lowrance transducer installed, and this wire, I don't know how we could, how does somebody get that wire out of the way? I guess we'd have to make another hole in here and feed the wire through.
You know, like this, and then come through a hole right here at the top, right here, and then come down and go, because I'm gonna mount it right. I'm gonna mount it like right here.
I wish there was a way to feed it through the inside underneath there without making too much craziness.
Well, here's my thoughts on this. It's made like this for drainage. See how it goes down at an angle?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we drill a hole in there and just run that through there.
I'll aim the transducer and it has this cable right here, and we're trying to figure out what to do with it. The cable is going to go all the way to the other side over here where we're going to mount the Lowrance apparatus. So need ideas from you all where you would make a hole, or how do you get this cable? Do we make a hole here and feed the cable through, or what have you guys done, or how have you guys done? These are the products that Donovan used when installing the transducer to the transom in the following videos. Is that gonna dry and then you're gonna shave it down to put that little metal bracket?
Yeah.
Are those two little holes supposed to be?
3 little holes.
These little holes, they're not like straight. Are they
Well,
supposed
the
to
boat's
be?
not straight. I went off of this line.
Oh. Playing tricks on the eyes.
Yeah. I need to go in there through the cable.
Do you need me to hold anything, or
No, I just want to make sure that.
how long does that take to dry?
No. Could you hold that right there? Okay.
white stuff? From in here? From in this thing? We will have a video in the near future on our thoughts about the Lowrance apparatus versus the Navionics app on the iPhone, which also comes with a cost. Ultimately, it's nice to have them both, especially since our area has very strange tides and you can run aground very easily if you don't know what you're doing. Even super experienced sailors and boaters in general have been known to run aground around here, so we typically have the Lowrance on the entire trip and then turn on the Navionics app when we know we are in an area with several varying depths close to each other. It does take some time getting used to navigating with both the Lowrance and the Navionics app, which is why we're not really ready to make a video about either one just yet, but hoping to soon. What is that called? A clam something or other?
Clamp or something like that.
Done on one side, now you gotta put it on the other side.
No, I've already got it on the other side. Well, no, I don't.
Is it gonna pop out the companionway then? Just watching that gets me claustrophobia. When we bought Ourper Diem, the seller also sold us a sail cover as well as a tiller cover, but we don't have an actual boat cover, and there's several options that we found, but the sailor's Tailor sent us actually some samples of the fabric or the material, and they sent us this really nifty little package full of information, and we are still in the process of deciding what we want to get. We're pretty sure we know, but they need some measurements in order for us to order it. But I wanted to go over just to show you quickly, with Zoe barking in the background, a little bit of the information that they sent us. You can hit pause on the video if you want to read it a little bit more closely, but I mean, it's a nice little packet that they sent. We were thinking that we were just going to get a couple of little fabric materials. They've got the price list. Not only that, they went and they highlighted the price list for our boat, which I thought was really nice of them to do. They tell you a little bit about why their covers last longer than others and what they're made out of. And then they've got the order form, which we're going to fill out as soon as we get all the measurements we need. And that is, for accessories, you can monogram your cover. Sorry, I'm going kind of fast, but you can pause the video. And if you spend more than $500, they send you a free t-shirt. But mainly, this is what we had requested from them. They've got all the different colors. The sail cover and the tiller cover that we already have are in this color here, which I believe is called Pacific Blue. So the cover that we are going to get will be the same color, but it's a nice little packet that they sent us. Very happy with that. This is the guide that they sent for me to know what measurements they needed for me to provide them with. The first measurement Sailor Tailor wants is this one right here, which is right around 36 and a half. The second measurement is from the edge to the back of the mast, which is 57. The other measurement is from the front of the mast, so it's 44 and a half to the front of the front hatch. The mast is 4 inches, so this is the back measurement that I had taken, and this was the front measurement. The mast is only 4 inches, so I'm 1.5 inches off, either from the front or the back. Let's just say that I really hope the measurements I provided them are correct, because I've already screwed up the boat name sticker, and if I mess this very custom-made 2-inch boat cover up, Donovan will for sure fire me.
Bottom to the actual hole is 1 inch. Right where the hole starts, exactly 1 inch.
The front of the mast is 1/2 inch right there. The mast is right where this screw is right here, so it's 1/2 inch. And then it goes in a straight line, slopes down. This is the front hatch, and it ends right at 45 in a straight line. And then the forwards hatch is here on the flat deck part, and it ends at 45 inches. Now I'm really nervous. It's taken 8 weeks for them to make the cover, and they still haven't even shipped it yet. We're just over 8 weeks now. Oh, I hope it fits.
Please hang up and try again.